Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. So just about set now. And today on the hill, Roki Sasaki. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the...
Over to first. One up, one down. Benny Rodriguez now at the plate. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a hit. And he boots it. Coming around third is Alvarez. He'll score. Runner at third, nobody out. And here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. And a pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Jordan Westburg steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
We got a full count.
In the dirt, blocked. But no advance from the runners. And a ground ball to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. On to second, they get one. To first, not in time. And a run scores.
Well, it's always a tough double play to try to turn right there, and the hitter knows that. He's going to hustle all the way up the first baseline to prevent it. Nice job of getting that run across.
Game one of the division series. Now up for St. Louis, J.J. Weatherholt. Ground ball left side. What a stop! To first, but he beats it out. And And the leadoff man is on with an infield single. Alex Freeland coming into the game now as the injury replacement.
Number 76. Alex.
It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Live from Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Missouri, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us here. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away from putting an end to this thing. You know, in the postseason, I think you have to treat every game the same, but there's something about an elimination game that could put a team just into a different mindset.
Yeah, and the strategy could certainly change in this type of game. It's hard to manage the same way when in any given at-bat, it can impact everything you've been working for throughout the season. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. Getting the nod in this one, Freddie Peralta. What do you got on him, Chris?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
One down. And here is Benny Rodriguez. He's a guy who does it all. And first offering is fouled off. Peralta, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Well, pretty clear to me, he's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
The shortstop takes the ball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And there are two down.
That is it. The first baseman, Kristen.
Man at first, Lucan Baker. Next up for the Cardinals.
Baker.
To short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. It's on to inning number 2 in St. Louis. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cardinals nothing. Runner at second here, 1 gone.
Teddy Rodriguez.
And a foul ball.
One and one.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Swings through that one out in front that time.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Missed with a changeup. The count now 2-2. That's hard hit on the line. And foul ball. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball. And that's a fair ball. And that's a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Tristan Casas. And that'll load the bases.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
The third baseman.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Jordan Westburg steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That is ball 4, and that'll bring home a run.
He's really gotten himself into a mess out there and now forces home a run with the walk. This inning's definitely getting away from him.
So bases all loaded up. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. High in the air, out to right. Makes the catch. Runners tagging from second and third. He's in on the sac fly, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
On the ground to the left, Rodriguez. Tosses to first, and that is that. Nothing doing here this half. End of 2 here at Busch Stadium. It's the Dodgers 7 and the Cardinals nothing. Game 4 of the division series. And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Graceffo back to work. That's outside. Ball 1. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland. And, man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Off the mark there. And it's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away. Makes
the catch, and there's 1 gone. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. 1 for 3. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they tack on to their lead. It's 9-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Base is empty, 1 away, and now the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. And first offering is fouled off. The Dodgers up big in this one late here in Game 4. And there's a foul ball.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
That's off the mark, and the count is 1-2. That one missing inside. Cut on and lifted in the air. Castillo makes his way towards it. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the first base.
And up next for Los Angeles, Benny Rodriguez. He's already homered in this game. Grounder off the pitcher. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Angel De Los Santos is forced to the mound after the injury.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. You win a National League Division Series, you can breathe a little bit as the next one will stretch out to possibly 7 games. I'm sure they don't want to take it that far, but they're just going to be happy to get there. Congratulations.
It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Boog Sciambi alongside Chris Singleton. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. So just about set now, and towing the slab here, Roki Sasaki. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Well, last time out, picked up the win, didn't allow a run, pitched extremely well. He doesn't have to be perfect, but if he can give another performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
So 2 down, Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Late on that fastball.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here in game one of the NLCS. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Outside low, 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Pirates nothing. So a man at first. And next is the designated hitter, Ha-Sung Kim. Grounder might be 2. The throw to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Pirates nothing. One out and a runner at second.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Ball one there.
No strikes.
And that one fouled off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Man at second. And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Rodriguez at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. And that's a little high. Rodriguez matched a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1-2, the count.
The changeup missing. 2-2. Hit on the ground to short. Nunez. They take the force out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. 3 runs for them here, and they move ahead. We're through 5. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Pirates 2. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Ha-Sung Kim.
Ha-Sung Kim.
2 outs. Out to short, Rodriguez. To first, and that is that. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Pirates 3. Man at first with 1 gone. Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fastball is outside. Man at first, 1 away. And that's fouled off. Righty delivers. This one smoked. Could be trouble. And that's going to get into the corner. Tucker headed for third. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Two on, 1 out. Now batting Tristan Casas. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order.
Now back.
Zach Geller, the next to hit. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit, 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and the lead is up to 5.
No, he didn't get much of that one, but it's going to look like a line drive in the box score tomorrow. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, he just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for base hit.
And here's the catcher, Edgar Carroll. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it to Casas. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Pirates. And next for L.A., Benny Rodriguez. 1 for 4 with a double.
Benny Rodriguez.
1-0.
In the dirt. The shortstop takes the ball. Late on that fastball.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
And that is out of play. Tucker, the runner at first with 2 gone. Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Two outs. And ball four to
take
a
your
board.
base.
Not what he wanted to do right there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive, puts a runner into scoring position, and a chance for this offense to add on to their lead.
And now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Out towards left center. Duran settles underneath it. Drops into the glove. And that is that. 2 left on. We're on to the 9th in game 1. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Pirates 5. Back here at Chavez Ravine. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Cody Bellinger. Oh, that hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And that's out number 1 on a tough play.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Rodriguez had a decent showing in this one.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
And this one ends with the score 8-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Coming to you live from Southern California, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you, and a lot riding on this one as these teams meet for game 2, Chris.
And the series started out like you might expect, the home side taking care of business in game 1, but this game today is going to reveal a lot about what this series will become. Will it be a battle for 6 or 7 games, or will it be a walkover? Those are the questions that we start getting more clarity on after game 2.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good one, Chris. This should be fun. First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch, today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
One down. Here is Gleyber Torres. The 0-1, runner on the go. On the ground, right side. Makes a sliding stop. It's there, and that's a great play.
We saw a few skills on display there for the out. Technique was great, reaction time was there, and the slide was smooth. Watching that play come together was really fun.
Second game of the NLCS. Digging in, Benny Rodriguez. Fought back to work. That one is absolutely belted. Going back on this one. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And here's the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Check on the runner, and he's backing easily. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
First and second, no outs. And here is Zach Geloff. Popped up right side, and the infield fly is called. Two on, one out, and now it's going to be Jordan Westburg. And a pitch.
One ball.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Pickoff throw. Rodriguez back on a dive.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Runners on the move. Swing and a pop-up. And the infield fly rule called. Man, is he fast.
It's so fun to watch.
Batting ninth, the catcher,
Will Smith to the plate. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. Bregman to first. That's the inning. Dodgers strand a couple. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Dodger Stadium. All set for the start of the inning. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Up the middle, Rodriguez. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November, or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series, just to name a few. Rodriguez swings through it for strike one.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
And that one fouled off.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
And that one is lifted in the air. Bellinger drifts towards it. Drops into the glove. That is the inning. On to the fourth. Still scoreless. Second game of the NLCS. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Faulk back to work. Pitch misses. Ball one. Rodriguez measures 6 feet 2 inches. 26 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And a big swing and a miss.
1-1.
Late on that fastball.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And it's even up.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Finds its way through, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. So digging in, Tristan Casas. Runner on the go. In the dirt, blocked. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Nabs it. Runner tags and goes to third.
Now back, second baseman, Zach Gelof.
Next to hit, Zach Gelof. Bregman. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Ha-Sung Kim, the next Pirate to hit.
Designated hitter, Ha-Sung Kim.
The 0-2. On the ground to first, could be 2. Beats to second, out there. How about that double play?
Now batting.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there, completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Now at the plate, Benny Rodriguez.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
On the ground, Rayleigh steps on first for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
1 down. Gabriel Moreno, the next Pirate to hit. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, the catcher, Edgar.
Winning run on base at first, no outs.
Shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
In there for strike 1.
That was just 8 on the first pitch fastball.
In the air, right field. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tristan Casas.
So 2 down. Now batting Jarren Duran.
Duran.
Out to short, Rodriguez. Sends it across to first, and that'll do it. Bucks go down quietly, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. 2 outs, nobody on. Benny Rodriguez, the next to hit. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? A little out front there as he swings through it.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Kopech is just 1 strike away. Way
1 ball,
high.
0-2 pitch
strikes.
that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
That one
2
not
balls,
close.
2 strikes.
2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 2. The 2-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off-speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that is the ball game. Rodriguez with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3, and we'll be back in a minute to get it started. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. We're looking forward to what's sure to be a dramatic Game 3, Chris.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric, and this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. Festivities wrapping up, the crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. So just about set, and today's starter, Ranger Suarez.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Durant corrals it. 1 down.
A little drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit, trying to put the ball in the air.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Luke Raley.
Luke Raley.
Hard hit left side. Whips it to Casas. 1 gone, bottom of the 3rd inning. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. 1 out, base is empty.
Rodriguez.
And first offering is fouled off. The Dodgers with a lot of ground to make up here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Next offering upstairs.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
On to first, and there are 2 outs.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's Gleyber Torres.
Second baseman, Gleyber.
1 down, base is empty. Hit on the ground to short. Whips it to Casas. And Gleyber Torres retired.
Now batting, first baseman.
It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. And first offering is fouled off. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Struck him out without a swing. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Line drive. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly. It's 9-7.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though. RBI.
Swing and a chopper out to short. And he beats the throw. Shows off the wheels right there. An infield single.
That's why you run hard 90 feet. Take nothing for granted, especially when you've got great speed. I'll take the infield knock.
Man at first. Now it's going to be Benny Rodriguez. That one at triple digits.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Squirts away a little bit, and the runner holds. Tying run at the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one not close. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. That one missed.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
And ball 4 to aboard.
That's a tough one to swallow right there if you're on the mound. You're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put him away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite him.
Righty delivers. On the ground to third. Bregman tags the runner for 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now. So runner at second, 2 down. Next to hit, Jordan Westburg. Kopech is just 1 strike away. Bunting, and it's right in front of the plate. Throw to first, ball game. And the Pirates now lead the series 2-1 following this pivotal Game 3 win at home.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Well, our scorecards are a mess after this one as we look at the final line.
Yeah, we're going to have to break out that old graphing calculator of yours for this one, Burr. We saw a ton of offense.
I don't think that's how a graphing calculator works, Siggy. And this one ends the final 10-8. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us. Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and gorgeous PNC Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already. But I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And today on the hill, Kyle Harrison. How about a scouting report on him?
Boogie pitched into the 7th, earned the W in his last start. He really needed that one. Well, his team needs another one today. We'll see if he can carry that performance into this game.
4th game of the NLCS. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. Hit hard on the ground is short. Sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down. The strategy around starting pitchers in the postseason, it's really changed in recent years. Managers are pulling starters earlier, making a strong bullpen essential for a championship team. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Swings through that one.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He scores to tie it up. It's 1-1.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
First and second, 1 out. Now batting Tristan Casas. Line to right, base hit. And that one's going to get into the corner. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Now it's going to be Jordan Westburg.
Keep an eye on this at bat, because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
In the dirt, throws, sails on him, and it takes off down the line. And he comes in to score on the wild pitch. Now batting Jarren Duran.
Left fielder, Jarren Duran.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Now back.
Berg, it can be tough to get a good grip on the baseball when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. Could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
First and third, one down.
Eddie Rodriguez.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And up next for Los Angeles, Tristan Casas. And the 0-2. Swing and a ball popped in the air. It's going to fall for a hit. And they hold the runner at third, but the bases are loaded now with 1 out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin off the ball and hook it foul, which happens so many times. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Goes down looking.
Got to give him a huge amount of credit on the mound right there. He got squeezed a little bit on the pitch right before that one. You know it should have been a strike. Everyone in the building knew that it should have been a strike, but he didn't let it get to him and throw him off his game. Came back with another good pitch for the punch out with the bases loaded. That's good pitching right there.
So bases all loaded up. Will Smith to the plate. 2 outs. Ground ball left side. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Pirates 2. Back here at PNC Park, new inning getting started, and the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That's outside, and it's 1-0. He's a bullpen arm that keeps the ball in the ballpark, but obviously out of the bullpen, you're looking to limit home runs.
Yeah, and that's why he's such a high leverage arm. Just doesn't matter.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
So a man at first. And next for L.A., Benny Rodriguez. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. The shortstop takes the ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you get a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Over to Torres, That ends the frame. So the Dodgers lead one, and it remains 5-2.
Well, you can tell these players feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
Your final score 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, and even though neither team's going to be going home after today, Game 5 always has the feel of an elimination game when the series is tied off at 2-2. And maybe it's just as important as one, because being up 3-2 as opposed to down 3-2 makes a huge difference going forward.
Yeah, you don't want to be the team with their backs up against the wall in Game 6. This is a big swing game. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And our pitcher tonight, Andrew Painter. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist singing.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Game 5 of the NLCS. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Benny Rodriguez. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Painter back to work. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. And that one becomes property of the beast. And they're on the board. It's 2-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. What I love about this swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
Benny Rodriguez.
This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, dude. Love being a part of these games.
And the pitch. Popped up, middle of the diamond. Torres. One up, one down.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
And next for L.A., Benny Rodriguez. He launched a solo shot back in the second inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot. You know, these Dodgers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate. League average is around 30%, but they're at less than 20% right now.
Next offering in there for a strike. It's a ball and two strikes. Got one out to right. Cruz. And it's caught for the out.
It's been tough fooling these hitters, and those chase rate numbers back it up. They've been really smart at the plate, and that's one of the best ways to frustrate a pitcher because nothing seems to come easy.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. He's already homered in this game. Tap foul at the plate. First and second, two down. Here in the late stages of Game 5. Williams. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. They put 2 on the board on 4 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Buccos 4. Up next for the Pirates, Jarren Duran. The Pirates down by 4 here in Game 5 of the NLCS. Out to short, Rodriguez. 1 at second, not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered here in this one. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 12-5. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Rodriguez really excelled in this one and contributed to the win. 2 homers on the day.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Well, Singy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look at the final line.
Yeah, Boog, this one wasn't close. Not a lot of drama at the end either, and you just don't see a lot of blowouts in the postseason.
12-5 is your final. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Sciambi saying so long. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Booch, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been at Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set. Starting on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani. What's the scouting report on him?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
Now batting Jarren Duran.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Nunez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Ground ball left side, could be two. Touches the bag for one. And they turn the double play.
Well, I think that double play was all about awareness and that internal clock just serving him so well. He knew he had to be quick. He took it to second himself, and then he fired it to first just in time to double off a very fast runner coming out of the box. Man, that was outstanding.
Benny Rodriguez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
And there's one away.
Man, he just couldn't lay off right there. Those high fastballs, they just look really good because they're eye level, but they're just about impossible to get the barrel to.
One out, bases empty.
Rodriguez.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
That's a base hit.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field.
Now batting, the first baseman.
You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw up close, Alex Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. Runner takes off. This one in the dirt. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Zach Gelof. Here's the pitch. Both runners on the move. A swing and a soft liner. Base hit. Now 2 away as they get a run across.
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez.
Rodriguez matched a couple of homers in his last game. And that's fouled off. Base is empty, one away here in Game 6 of the NLCS.
That's a ball.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
One down, base is empty. The shortstop takes the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
2-2. That one missed. Hard hit left side. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Well, I think we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
The batter will be the shortstop, Benny Rodriguez. Williams, 35 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there. But you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that's outside. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
2 balls, 2
Two
strikes.
down, base is empty, but one run across late here in Game 6. Swings and misses, struck him out. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Game 6 is on to the 9th inning now. The Dodgers looking for those last 3 outs to clinch a spot in the World Series. Next. 1 out, runner at second. Now the left fielder, Jarren Duran. Siggy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful.
He's so solid. Calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Up the middle, Rodriguez. And the Pirates with only 1 out left.
You want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Here comes Gleyber Torres.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Sends it to center, and this should be it. And the Los Angeles Dodgers are National League champions. They're headed to the World Series.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourself ready for the biggest series of your life.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.